Hi guys, and welcome back to the SN Studio. Today we have the new Core Necrons, let's call them that,
Core Necrons,
versus the Iron Hands. Lee back in the studio after more than a year absence.
Yep.
COVID in the way. He's been playing Drakari as well.
Yep.
But today I phoned him up and I said I want the Iron Hands back in the studio. So here he is for his third battle report. He has played Iron Hands before on the channel. I think it's back in 8th edition.
I think
though.
so.
But there's two other battle reports you can go and check out if you're interested in watching Lee play some more Iron Hands after this one. Let's do this one
first.
So I actually was going to play Shaggy, but at the end he had to cancel the game. So Lee kindly offered to play me today, and we're here basically testing the new Necrons. When I say new, it's basically most of the stuff. I think it's 70% more has got the core keyword, which
really
was
good.
very needed. Now,
really good.
Before we go into mission and lists, I still think that they're a bit overcosted. I still think that Necrons are a bit overcosted, but the core keyword is going to help them a lot.
Yeah.
But
it's about time.
Yeah, it's about time. It's about time. Now, we are playing Retrieval Mission for today, which is Hammer and Anvil deployment, and we're playing on this gorgeous Necron battlefield, first time ever on a YouTube battle report. So we've got the Necron obelisks and all the features. We've got some trees, we've got some rocks, and it just goes really well with the mat, with the popping out a Necron floor, or
lots of line of sight
blocking. Lots of line of sight blocking as well.
It's going to be fun.
So it's going to be fun. Yeah, both of us have big guns as well, so we want to target as many big units as possible. Anyway, with that said, we're going to go straight on to lists.
Yes.
Lee's the guest for today, so we're going to start with the Iron Hands.
Awesome.
So take us through what you're taking for today, sir.
Okay, so I'm running a single battalion.
Okay.
Heading the battalion, I've got Iron Father Feirros, who comes as he is.
Yeah.
I always take him. I've never played a single game without him.
He's still very good.
He's still very good. He's 160 points, but I think it's about time that he reached the right level of points.
Yeah.
Because he was very cheap.
He was very cheap,
So I'm running Feirros. I have a captain next to him with the Vox Espiritum for a 9-inch bubble, and I've given him Rites of War, so that's 9 inches of objective secured, plus the reroll once a hit.
Nice.
I'm also running a little lieutenant because I had the points. I wasn't really sure what else to put in there. I figured I'd get some reroll ones with a cheap lieutenant.
Yeah, so no upgrades on him, right? Nothing.
No, he's just got well, he's got the Tempered Helm, so it should help me get some command points back.
Okay.
Because the Contemptor, which I'll get to in a minute, is very CP hungry.
Okay.
So those are my 3 HQ choices. As far as the troop slots, I've got 5 intercessor units. One of them has a power fist. They're all armed with bolt rifles. So they're going to be moving around the board, capturing objectives, smattering of firepower here and there. Elites, I'm running 2...
Sorry, before you get the... Feirros gives all infantry a 5+, right?
That's right.
Invulnerable save.
That's right. 5+ invulnerable save.
So it's not bad because there's a lot of high AP weapons shooting at them, so that will maybe come into play.
That should protect the infantry. I've got some eradicators as well there. So in the elites slot, I've got 2 Invicta warsuits with Incendium cannons. I haven't run them in a while. I figured I'd bring them out and check them out.
Bit with board control, right?
Yeah, no, they're very quick. They get up the board. They barbecue things. It's a good time for everyone.
Can you barbecue robots? That is the question.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
We're going to see it today. We're going to see it today.
So I've also got the core of the army, the 3 Redemptive Dreadnoughts with the plasma cannons. They're my favorite units. I've run them for ages.
Okay.
So it made sense. And I've also added a new Contemptor Dreadnought with Volkite Culverins.
You have to, right?
Because I have to.
Especially with Iron.
Apparently, this is new to me, but I've been told.
Lee, those people that are viewing this video and watching Iron Hands for the first time, it gets a bit confusing now with the upgrades and that. Do you want to explain what Iron Hands can do with the Dreadnoughts? Yeah,
so specifically this Contemptor Dreadnought, you give him the stratagem March of the Ancients, which makes him a character. So he's got 9 wounds because he's a Relic Contemptor Dreadnought. So already he benefits from the Lookout Sir rule, so he cannot be targeted as long as he's near another unit that can protect him.
Just because he's less than 9 wounds.
Because he's 9 wounds or less, right? So because he's a character, so that costs 1 CP, I can also give him Paragon of Iron, an Iron Hand specific stratagem, which allows him to pick a Warlord trait.
Okay.
So I've gone for Merciless Logic, which is every 6 to hit, gives me a chance of another shot.
Nice.
So you keep getting more shots
with Volkites, which are a lot of shots.
Yeah, you get 16 shots with Volkites. The average says that you'll get an extra couple of shots, and that's always very handy. Plus, if he's near Feirros will give him a +1 to hit, so you hit on 2s. which
Very
is
nice.
it makes him very good.
Okay.
And then when I'm running him, I can also use another stratagem, Mercy is weakness.
Okay.
So every 6 to wound counts as 2 extra wounds.
Nice.
Two
nice.
2 wounds instead of 1.
Perfect.
They don't spill over the mortal wounds, but it's still pretty good on paper.
Okay.
So I'm going to try it out.
Yeah, very nice. And just before we go into the heavy, you've the 3 Redemptors. You got Icarus Rocket Pods,
Icarus Rocket Pods,
Fragstorm,
Fragstorm, Grenade Launchers,
and
Plasma Cannons.
and the Onslaught, really little Onslaught
That's right.
cannons. Perfect.
Yep.
And lastly,
3 Eradicators.
heavy Eradicators.
Heavy Eradicators. Because if you're Iron Hands, it's a requirement. You have to run them as heavy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what are you doing?
You ignore the penalty for moving on turn 1, right?
If they're in Devastator Doctrine, which you can use a CP, Methodical Firepower, to keep them in Devastator Doctrine. Yeah. So that's very.
Why does everybody have a CP to do that except Imperial Fists?
I don't know.
So sad.
Sorry.
It's so sad. Okay, so on to the Necrons for today. So I will be having to check my list because I don't play Necrons that much, and I do want to play them more. Now with the core keyword, I think I'll be playing them more. But yeah, so if you're watching and see any mistakes or see anything that I could be changing up, please let me know in the comment section because it'll be really interesting to learn the Necrons a bit more. So I've gone for custom dynasties, I've gone for relentlessly expansionist, and I've gone for Eternal Conquerors. Basically a 6-inch pre-move except for the Catan, and everything has objective secured except for the Catan, which is really good. It's like amazingly good. I've got a battalion and a patrol for today, mixing everything up just for you guys to know, and we're going to go straight onto the HQs. So starting off, my Warlord, we've got an Overlord. He's got the Hand of Ferron to basically do that will be done twice. He's got the Relic Veil of Darkness, which he picks up a unit and himself in the movement phase and shunts move up the field. And now again going back into the core keyword, he now does it with core, so he can do it with Wraiths, he can do it with Destroyers, which is very good to see. Lastly, he's got for his Warlord, Thrall of the Silent King. Basically his auras go up more, so his movement and advances for other units become 9 inches, and I think his I will be done becomes 12 inches instead, so really good. Moving on to the first Technomancer. Now we are going to paint the special edition Technomancer with the control node. Josh is painting it up. Josh is the painter of this beautiful army. This is his Instagram. Go and check it out because he does amazing armies, and you have to go and check it out. So for today, this Technomancer has the control node, the Canoptic control node, which gives a +1 to hit to all Canoptic units. And I've paid, I think it's 25 points for an Arcana Hypermaterial Ablator. So basically, I pick a unit in the command phase, and they are in light cover unless they are within 12 inches of an enemy unit. My second Technomancer is the one riding the little scarab there. It's riding the Canoptic Cloak. Again, I've paid some more points for another Arcana, which is Fail-Safe Overcharger, which basically gives a core unit +1 attack. Again, back onto the core keyword, Wraiths will be rocking probably 5 attacks in this game. It's from nearby, and he probably will be staying close to them. And lastly, I've paid an extra CP to give him a Relic Voltiac Staff. So it's 4 shots, -2 damage to, and only 6s to hit explode. So it's quite good, especially against intercessors. Okay, moving on to troop choices. We've got 4 units of Immortals, 4 units of 5. Not the best. I think Warriors are much better, and I think you guys at home probably agree. But it is what we have painted, and they are toughness 5, so a bit more resilience there. Moving on to fast attack, we've got a unit of 6 Wraiths. Again, core keyword on them, so there's some stratagems which can take them to strength 7. They can get that will be done on them, so they're much better. A unit of Destroyers, 5 Locust Destroyers. They do what they do. I still think they're very expensive, but I do like to take them because they have the movability which the Necrons do need. What else have we got? We've got the Nightbringer himself, the elephant in the room. Really good character. He's expensive, but if he goes into Lee's lines, we'll probably see how good he is.
I'm terrified.
Yeah, he is very good, but he's taken obviously Gaze of his Gaze Catan power, and I've taken Adamanta Meteor as well for his second. And lastly, we've got the 3 sorry, not 2. I've been taking 2, and we've got 3 for today. Canoptic Doomstalkers at the very back, which are a nightmare when you have a lot of armor, because they are -3 damage d6. So I'm looking forward to shooting these beams into those Iron Hands Redemptors, even though I'm a really supporter of Imperium, especially Space Marines. But not for today. I'm a Xenos player for today.
Today, you want to kill us all.
Yes, exactly. So that is my list. Let's quickly go into secondaries.
Yes.
So I'm going to go for rods, so Retrieval Data. I'm going to go for Bring It Down, because there's a lot of vehicles. And lastly, I'm going to go for Stranglehold, just because my whole army is objective secured. What are you going to go for?
I'm also going for Stranglehold, because I've picked my captain can give an aura of objective secured.
Yeah.
I've also gone for the mission-specific minimize losses one, which I think could be quite good. I'm doubling down on my toughness, basically. And the final one that I've gone for, I cannot remember. Oaths of Moment.
Moment.
That's it.
Yeah, you went for Oaths of Moment.
I'm not used to playing Space Marines.
It's good because it's a secondary that always grabs points, even though you're not doing well.
One or two points here and there could make the difference.
Even if you're not doing well. So there's the secondaries. Perfect. So that is it. You've seen the lists. You've seen the battlefield. On to war we go. Catch you back in a second.
You worship machines. You seek to replace your mortal flesh with that of metal. Allow me to impart some wisdom upon you, Astartes. I have lived longer than the birth of your Imperium, and slept further still. What you see before you is not a gift of living metal, but a curse. This frame has not given me the freedom I yearned from the suffering I endured eons ago. It has provided a gilded cage in which I now fester, trapped for all eternity. Why do I tell you this? So that you can go back to your Imperium and warn them. The path you follow leads to damnation, and that damnation has awoken to reap its revenge.
Here we go! Both armies now fully deployed and ready for war. Iron Hands versus the new core Necrons. We are playing Retrieval Mission. If you skip the intro, naughty. 6 objectives for today. We are playing Hammer and Anvil. So we've got 3 basically on each of our deployment zones. So these are basically out just a bit, but yeah, we can get them very, very easily, and obviously we've got 1 on each of our deployment zones. Now, before we go on to the
roll-off.
No, not the roll-off, the deployment. We're going to go through what we're using the terrain as, because there's a lot of different types of terrain on the table. So, obviously, these rocks we are using as just line of sight obscuring. So, basically, if you're hiding behind them, I can't see you. Basically, you can't get shot at. Yep. We have 4 ruins on the table, so we're going to use this one, that one, and that one at the very end as ruins, so basically obscuring. Impassable, but we can go up levels on the center objectives there. These are obelisks on each side, will be used as obviously line of sight and dense. So -1, you're shooting through them, and obviously trees, same as the rulebook, basically dents on those as well. And that is it. That is all the terrain that we're going to be using for today. Just thought I would make you aware just before we go into the game. And with that said, we're going to go straight on to deployment. We're going to go for the Iron Hands first.
Okay.
Lee is the guest, so I think we should go with him first. So Lee, take us through your deployment. Let's get closer to you and then work our way onto the other side.
Yeah, so I don't know if you watched the live stream where I got my butt handed to me by the Space Wolves. Lessons were learned, so I've gone for a slightly more conservative deployment, a little bit further to the back. I knew I had a lot of space that I could use, but I thought I'd backline a little bit with my heavier units. I have brought some Invictors with me. Very good for putting the pressure straight early on. I know where your heavy units are, so I want to try and put a bit of pressure on them and see how we go from there. The rest I've kind of spread out my units a little bit over here with a Dreadnought at the core positions to move up quickly to contest those objectives against your potential countercharge with your Wraiths and your heavier units as well. And hopefully give you a lot of firepower back. I've got my character Dreadnought over there hidden with the Eradicators and my Captain
just in front,
Feirros and the Lieutenant holding up the back line, and a lot of Intercessors ready to do what they
just
do.
scattered up the field as well to move up field to shoot if needed. Perfect. Okay, so nothing in reserve.
No.
Nothing in reserve. Okay, so let's go on to the Necron side. So as you can see, I've castled up here, making the best of all the auras I've paid for, or actually the characters bring. Ready to move up. Remember that I can pre-move the gate before the game starts to actually either go defensively or go in for the attack and for the kill. We've got the 3 Doomstalkers, as you can see, obviously within 6 inches of the Technomancer there to give them the +1 with the rods. We've got the unit of Locusts. We've got the Nightbringer just in front, 2 units of Immortals with my Overlord there. We've got the unit of Wraiths with the other Technomancer and the Cloak, which move just behind them. And on this side, we've got the 2 units of Scarabs. Now, in reserve, I've paid the CP to put 2 units of Immortals into reserve, obviously, because you've seen what secondary I'm taking. I am taking Rod, so I do need to go onto your side of the battlefield to actually score that. And with that said, let's go into the all-important roll-off. I think both of us want to go first. I want to get board control and shoot at any targets I can, whilst Lee wants to make good use of his big guns and obviously his 2 Invictor Warswords there, moving up and getting into combat straight away. Ideally, yeah. Okay, so Lee, you're the guest. I'll let you roll off first. That is a 2.
It's not a very good roll.
Okay, but watch me fail this. Okay, so rainbow dice for today. There we go. Let's see what it brings. It is a 4. So it's a good start for the Necrons. I did need this. I was really scared of those Invictor Warsuits getting into range, but yeah. So what I'll do is obviously I'll pre-measure 6 inches before we go into movement, and then I'll do my movement, and then we'll catch you back. Okay, we're back. Movement over for the Necrons. A lot of movement, a lot of pre-movement with the 6 inches, making good use of that, but still staying within engagement range of some of the main powers I want to stay close by. So the Scarabs have moved up. The 2 units are now on that objective. The Scarabs sadly couldn't get a charge onto him because some really good deployment from Lee has made it impossible. He's more than 12 inches away with my max movement for these Necron Wraiths. So what I've done is I've moved up, but not as much as I can. I've tried to hide them a bit away with this central ruin and obviously these obelisks for the -1 to hits. Now in the command phase, before I carry on the movement phase, what I've done is I've given, I will be done before we've got into the movement phase, into the destroyers and onto the Wraiths as well. I've also given the Wraiths a +1 to +1 attack with this Technomancer, and the other Technomancer has given light cover to those warriors, Locust Destroyers on the other side. Sorry, so many names to remember.
Tongue twister.
So many names to remember. The rest have just moved on to key positions. Obviously, it's good to move these Doomstalkers before actual movement phase to get line of sight, because that way they can make the big hits as they did a move. And then, yeah, that's it. I've advanced up with the Overlord to get into range of the destroyers for next turn if needed. And the Nightbringer himself has moved up a bit, but has been a bit defensively, has stayed behind that ruin to maybe not get as many shots into him as possible. But only 3 wounds can be lost in the shooting phase, so it's not a massive worry. So that is the end of my movement. Now, before we go into shooting, I do have to do my Catan power. The only one in range is Adamantia Meteor, and obviously I'm going to go into, yeah, I'll just go into that one, the one that's Lee's pointing. So, 3, 4, 5, it's a 4. So 3 mortal wounds straight onto him.
3 feel no pains.
6s?
No.
Nothing, no?
I take 3 wounds.
Okay, perfect. So, good starts, good movement. Let's go into the shooting phase coming up next. Okay, we're back. Starting off the shooting phase, we've got these Doomstalker firing his big cannon into this Redemptor. Obviously, the smaller arms fire can't be shot because they're not in range. So, let's see how this goes. First, number of shots, and obviously I'm going for the high-powered one because I remain stationary. So, number of shots is the big 5. That is what I wanted.
Right.
Now, I am hitting on 3s because obviously my Technomancer is within 6 inches. Hitting on 3s. 3 misses. Cheeky reroll already. Yeah, cheeky reroll is a miss, obviously. Good start there. Strength 10. 3's 2 wounds. 2 wounds.
Nothing I can do.
-5, they go straight through. D6 damage is 6 becomes a 5, and the 1 stays
6
as a 1. Yes.
Could have been worse.
Could have been worse.
Feel
6
no
ups.
pains. I save 1.
Save 1. So
I've taken 5 wounds.
5 wounds go through. Okay.
Good.
So, next up, we're going to carry on. We're going to go with the next Doomstalker. And now he does have his Gauze in range, his twin Gauze flares. So, I'm going to go, obviously, with a big gun first. I'm going to go...
First one.
Yeah, I'm going to go into the already wounded one. Yeah, the one that you're pointing at. So, number of shots is 4. Okay, so, not bad. Hitting on 3s. 3 hits. And wounding on 3s. Oh, 1 goes through. D6 damage.
Go for it.
Is 4. No minus on this.
Nope. You went through the dents, but I think it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
It might have been fine.
Yeah.
It's 4 wounds anyway.
Okay.
I take 4.
So yeah, I do have to -1, so I'm back
We'll
on
remember
4s.
that for the next one.
Yeah. I'll do the 2 goes next. That's 1 hit. Strength 4, so wounding on 5s, no 1s. And then we're going to rinse and repeat with the next one, trying to finish that one off. Number of shots is 2. Hitting on 4s, 1 hit. Wounding on 3s, no wounds.
Alright.
Okay, so he has survived.
That was lucky.
Okay, what else can I shoot? So these guys are not in range. So it's basically the Locust. Now I did want to have 1 finished off at least, but today wasn't the day. So let me have a little think of where I'm going to go. And how many wounds does he have left?
It's got 6 wounds left.
6 wounds left. Okay, let me have a little think.
They were.
Sorry?
I forgot how tough they were.
Yeah, but I should have done a bit better.
Yeah,
there,
that was unlucky.
Yeah. So let me have a little think about, and we'll carry on shooting in a second. Okay, we're back. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit because I did think I was going to take the 2 down, but it wasn't.
Let's do it.
Wasn't today. So 2 of them can fire behind the woods into that Invictor Warsuit and will not get a penalty for firing through the dents. So those 2 are going to go into him, and then the other 3 are going to go through the woods into the other one. Now I have spent a CP for 2 CP for Extermination Protocols, meaning I will be re-rolling 2 wounds. Your toughness is 6, right?
6.
My strength is 6, so at least I'll be wounding on 4s
with a reroll.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
Okay, so here we go. These are the ones hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s, obviously. Obviously, get a 1. And wounding on 4s, re-roll. That's 3 for now. Okay.
5 wounds.
Now, these 6, they're normally not -3. Now, if the protocol of the Vengeful Stars, which I forgot to mention, is the protocol that I have for this turn, and any 6s, I went for Directive 1, any 6s gives them an extra AP.
Okay.
So these 2 go straight through,
okay.
And these are -3, so 6 ups.
Nope.
Nope, fail them all, so all of them D3 damage.
Indeed.
Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is him. Maybe delay. I was about to say him dead, but then I remembered about your 6 ups again.
Yeah, let's not forget the Iron Hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need 4 feel no pains. No,
that is 1 Invictor Warsuit dead.
Destroyed. Alright,
Does it explode?
No.
Okay. So we'll do the rest now. So 1, 2, and 3. And here we go. Hitting on 3s this time because I'm running through the woods. And 4 misses. Rerolling 1s. Nope, still a miss. And these are 4s. Rerolling. Okay, 4 go through. Minus 3. So you do have a save. 1 goes
Save
through.
1.
And then
so
D3 damage in the rest. Is 3, 4, 5.
5 here. No, 5 go through.
Okay, not bad.
So he's down to 8.
But he's still alive, which is a problem. Now, I don't think there's anything else I can shoot at. Let me just try to get... Do you want to measure these guys 24 inches from them?
To where?
To the Invicta Warsuits is the only thing I think would be...
They can't even see.
They can't see, right?
No,
because of obscuring?
Yeah.
Okay, so I believe that is the end of my turn. Not bad, 1 Invicta Warsuit off. A lot of Dreadnoughts still on the table, but...
I got off lightly.
Yes.
Yeah, big time.
Bit of damage on this one. But I was hoping to actually kill the 2 Invicta Warsuits with the Doomstalkers and then having the Locust Destroyers fire into the other Redemptor. But look, I can't complain. At least I take one out, one severely damaged. Let's see what Lee has to do in his first turn coming up next. Okay, we're back. Movement over now for the Iron Hands for this turn 1. Moving up the field, getting line of sight, getting good views through the narrow corridors of this obscuring terrain. So we did in the command phase, you did put use the CP here for Wisdom of the Ancients to reroll to hit.
Reroll 1s to hit.
To hit, okay. Yeah. And Feirros, a bit of misposition from him, couldn't get the +1 to hit on this Redemptor, but he has put it on this unit of Intercessors, and that's about it for the...
He was on the wrong side of the woods.
He was on the wrong side, yeah. And there's no Chapter Master, so no full rerolls. Perfect. So take us through your movements, obviously starting from closest to you.
Yeah, so this Invicta is going to do what the Invicta wants to do. Yeah. He's going to charge up, he's going to cause a problem. I wanted to have this Dreadnought move in the back and take this objective and start, looking at firing over there. Yeah. The Captain with the Vox Espiritum has a 9-inch objective secured range. I know that you're all upset, but it can help me out with the contesting. These guys have all sort of pushed up. The Eradicators are not in range of anything, even if they moved, so I'm going to keep them here to screen the back of my lines. Yeah, because I do have Veil of Darkness. Because you've got, you've got shenanigans. Yeah. Right? So this Dreadnought's moving down the middle to put a bit more pressure here and have some where to go afterwards. And this Dreadnought, he's damaged, but he's fully operational, so he's just going to charge in this direction over here and cause a rampage. Hopefully, we'll see.
Okay, perfect. Now, for my first turn, I did get Stranglehold.
Yes.
And obviously I got 2 points for bring it down. Perfect. Okay, so with that said, we can start with a bit of shooting. You do know a couple of Dreadnoughts where they're firing onto, so do you want to start that off?
Yeah, if you like, we can go with everybody's favourite Contemptor Dreadnought with the Volkite Culverins.
Okay, are they going to go into...
We're firing at the Destroyers.
At the Destroyers,
We're going to spend 1 CP for Merciless Weakness, so as long as he fires at them, his 6s to wound counts as 2 wounds. He's got Merciless Logic as a Warlord trait. Every 6 to hit, I get an extra shot. So I've got my 16 shots. He's core, so he's rerolling 1s to hit.
I'll go on this side.
The Lieutenant will give him reroll 1s to wound. So sadly, I couldn't give him the +1 to hit from Feirros. Yeah. But it's just
next turn, maybe.
Yeah. 4, 8, 12, 16. Yeah, that's
okay. So you want to roll here?
We'll roll over here.
So hitting on
3s, rerolling 1s.
Okay. Because
lots of 2s there.
Yep, that's what I like.
But 6s give me an extra shot. So
and you do have to roll.
Yeah. Okay. So a 3 and a 5. So that's fine. Toughness 3, toughness 5, I guess.
Toughness 5. Yes, sir.
So 3s, reroll 1s. Again, lots of 2s. Not very good there. So these are rerolls. Okay, so that's...
And the 6 becomes 2 wounds, right?
So essentially 2 extra wounds.
Now,
so
does it become a mortal wound as well?
Yes. So it's a mortal wound, and then 3, 6, 7 wounds.
7 wounds. So a mortal wound and 7 wounds are -1.
That's right.
Okay, so I'm just going to use your dice if you don't mind really quickly. Now, I do have a 2-up save because I gave them a light cover. But obviously the -1 would take me down to 3-ups. Okay, so 3 go through. That would be 2 damage each. So that would be 1 dead, and then 2 dead with the mortal wound.
Correct.
So I'm going to reroll one of them to try and survive. Cheeky CP? Yeah, perfect. Also, one's down to 2 wounds and 1 is removed. Okay, before we go into more shooting, some reanimation for the first casualty of the game on my side. No, he does not reanimate. Okay, so what's next? We're going to go to the Victor Warsuit, right?
Yes, so we're going to do the heavy bolter first because you've got 2 wounds.
Yep, perfect.
Over there.
Okay.
So he's rerolling 1s, but not rerolled. 3's to wound, 4's to wound even.
4's to wound,
so
yeah.
One
so 1 wound.
Minus 2 AP.
Minus 2. I do not have the light cover because you are within 12 inches for this. So 1 is dead. So pop.
Got one of those.
Reanimation at the end.
At the end, yeah.
So we'll move that. Okay, you can carry on shooting.
Flamer.
Yep.
What's the next? So that is 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4's to wound. 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds.
4 wounds. Okay.
Minus 2.
2 on these as well because
Yep.
we're in the heavy weapon. So 5 ups. Damage.
Damage 1.
Damage 1. Okay, so 1 is down to 1 wound remaining.
Okay.
Okay, and we've got the Iron Hail.
Iron Hail heavy stabbers.
Yep.
All hits. 4s, so 5s this time. 1, 2, 3 wounds.
3.
Also minus 2.
5 ups. Nope, so that's another 1 dead. So 2 left.
1 on 2 wounds.
And 1's on 2. Did I fail 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the Fragstone grenade launcher for 3 shots. 3s. 5's to wound. No, that's it.
Okay, so 2 are lost. Reanimation here. No, that's them 2 dead.
Very good.
Perfect. Okay, so any more shooting?
Not from him, no, he's done.
Okay.
So we're going to do next, I think, this Redemptor.
Perfect.
So we've got clean line of sight over to the closest Triumph Stalker.
Okay.
So we're going to fire basically everything into him except for the small arms. We'll do the Gatling cannon over there.
Okay.
With the Stormbolters over there. We'll do the rocket pod and the plasma cannon. So actually,
perfect. Okay, so I'll let Lee get some dice and we'll carry on shooting. Okay, we're back. We're going to go with the Redemptor next.
Yes.
Like we pointed out, the plasma and the Icarus rocket pod is going to go into the Doomstalker, and all the rest is going to go and try and finish off the last Locust destroyers.
I've got a -1 to hit through the dents to them, so we'll do that first. We'll do the Gatling cannon first.
Okay.
Rerolling 1s. Very good. 4 hits. Strength 5. 2 wounds at -2.
2 wounds at -2. 5 ups. That's a pass and a
Fail.
1 goes through.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1's down to 1 wound remaining.
Okay. The grenade launchers, range 18.
Yep.
So it's 2d6 shots.
2 Fragstone shots.
Yes. 7 again.
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7. 1 4s. Rerolling 1s. Not very good there. 5s. Nothing.
No wounds. Okay. So 2 of them do survive. Now, macroplasma, number of shots.
Yeah. So d6. 1.
1. Do you want to
I'll
have a
CP this
cheeky
one.
reroll?
And to 6.
And to 6. Okay, much better. 6 times better.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to overcharge.
Okay.
Of course. So 3s to hit.
Yep.
All of them hit. 3s to wound. I'm not in reroll range of that lieutenant, so 3 wounds.
3 wounds. So 4 ups. 2 go through.
That's
Damage.
6 damage.
6 damage.
Yep.
Do I reroll one of these?
Did you use a reroll before?
I did. I think I did use a
You
reroll
might have.
before. Because what started? Yeah, these started the shooting phase, and I did do a reroll.
Yeah, on the destroyers.
So 2 go through. Yeah, nothing I can do there.
6
Damage 6. Okay, so 6 left on him.
And the rocket pod.
Rocket pods.
There's only 1 shot.
Okay.
It is a hit.
It is a hit.
It is
Strength
strength
7, so 1 wound.
Oh.
Yeah, and damage to toughness 6.
Very good.
So, and it's a pass. On a
-2.
5.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay. Any more shooting?
Not from these guys. We're going to fire these intercessors.
Okay.
Into
Into the destroyers.
to those guys. Yeah, they've
Okay.
got 1 shot each at this range. Try and blink off that last wound on 4s.
3 1 1s.
They're rerolling the 1s for the captain over there. 4s and then 5s. Nothing.
Okay.
Alright, that's them done.
And then we move on to this Redemptor, I guess.
Yes, we're going to move to that Redemptor. He's going to... The only available target really is those destroyers.
Okay.
So we're going to fire at them. I need to double check if his Gatling cannon is in range. I don't think so. 30 is the big one. No, big one range there.
24, isn't it? The
Yeah.
rest. Okay.
So he shoot his plasma cannon over here.
Yep, into the destroyers.
These dudes.
Okay. Number of
Number of
shots
shots,
is
6
big
again.
6 again.
Three.
Just what you wanted.
6 shots. 3s, rerolling 1s. And then the 3s again. This time rerolling 1s.
Yep.
Alright,
So
that
4
is
go through. Minus
4
4.
go through at minus
now
5.
I do minus 5. Yes, so I don't
Yeah.
have a save because I would have because I was like in like cover.
Yeah.
But no. So damage
3 each.
3 each. So
That's 5.
that's the unit
wipe.
death. Yeah, and no reanimation because obviously the unit has been perished.
Nope.
Okay. Lastly, we've got this flank now to shoot.
Yes.
So we do this one.
So we're going to fire again. I liked how the plasma cannon worked out on the Triarch Stalker, so we'll fire his plasma cannon up there.
Okay. Overcharge him as well, right?
We're going to overcharge the plasma cannon.
Okay.
If everything else is in range, I'm going to just try and keep plinking wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Plasma cannon over here, small arms at the rates, I think. Why not?
Perfect. Okay. So you're still in your top bracket anyway, especially as
Correct.
an iron hands, which will double the amount of wounds. So let's do the macro
Plasma
first.
cannon.
There's one.
It had to happen at some point.
Yes.
1 hit, luckily,
Okay.
and it is a wound.
1 wound. I'll reroll that one.
That's
Get
yeah.
cocked. It's a pass.
It's
4.
pass. He's fine.
Okay.
All right. So we'll do 2, 4, 6, 8. Gatling
Yep.
cannon shots at the rates.
Okay.
We are rerolling 1s to hit. In fact, I am already rerolling 1s to hit because of iron hands.
Yeah.
So, all right, that is 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
On
This
the
is
rates.
sorry. This was the
Gatling cannon
Gatling
on
cannon.
the rates.
Minus.
-2.
-2. So 2 passed. 1 goes through.
Okay.
Damage 1.
Damage 1 each.
Okay. So,
So
I've got a
we'll
wound
do
marker
the,
on him now.
Grenade launchers.
Yep.
It's 10 shots. So 8 and then 10. 3s to hit. Rerolling 1s. These are not heavy, but Wisdom of the Ancient helps you. And then, all right, 4 wounds, noisy.
4 wounds, no EP.
Yep.
Okay. So 3 up saves. 1 more wound goes. Okay. So 1's left on 1 wound.
They have 4 wounds each.
3 wounds.
So that's 1 kill then.
What was that?
I did 2 Gatling cannon wounds.
No,
I think.
1.
1 went through.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure what save they have.
Okay. They have a 4.
4. Okay. Rocket pod. Last
Okay.
thing. 2 shots.
Yeah.
2 hits. 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
-2.
1 goes through. So 1 is dead. Reanimation? No. So 1 Wraith is removed. So let's take these off. Let's take the destroyers off, and we'll come and shoot them with anything there is. Okay. Next up, we've got finishing off the shooting phase, I believe.
Yep.
It's the 10 auto bolt rifles.
Regular bolt rifles.
Regular bolt fires,
Stay
all
still.
firing into this unit of Wraiths here. Okay, so let's do it. Let's finish off the shooting
3s.
phase.
More rerolls here. Very, very bad shooting.
And 2
2
wounds.
wounds.
Minus
-1.
1. 1 goes through.
1 wound.
Okay,
Very
1
nice.
wound, 2 left on him.
That's it.
And that is the end of your shooting phase.
Shooting phase.
Now, do you want to make any charges?
Yes.
Okay, so what's going to charge first?
Well, I know you've got Overwatch shenanigans over here.
Yes.
So I suppose we can do that.
Okay, so
This
you're going to
Selector
charge
Is going to
into
charge
just
this
him,
dude.
right?
Yes.
Okay, so basically what happens is I'm going to pay a CP for him,
Mhm.
and the other Doomstalker, which is within 6 inches, is basically going to shoot as well.
Very good.
So I'm going to do, it's the big gun that you fire. So firstly, 1 CP for the overwatching one. So
Mhm.
number of shots is just 2. Looking for 6s, nothing. And then the other one, number of shots is 6.
Ooh, that's more like it.
2, 4, 6. Now I need 6s again.
That's not. How about no?
2 6s. Wounding on 3s. 2 go through. Minus
I can do.
5. Nothing
Okay.
you can do. How many wounds does he have left?
8.
8. Okay. You do a good roll here.
Ah.
That is an 11. That means the Victor Warsuit is dead.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
We're having a bit of
Maybe.
problem with the focus of the camera. I'm trying to fix it, but just in case you realize that it's not focusing on the dice a bit. Hopefully I'll get it sorted. 6 ups.
I've got my feel no pains. I've got 8 wounds.
Okay.
Almost.
Just.
Almost.
Okay, so that's the Virtuoso. Does it explode?
No.
No, it doesn't. Okay. Any more Overwatch? Sorry, any more charging?
Yes, we're going to charge this Redemptor into
the Wraiths. Okay, what do you need? A 10?
I'm not
It's a
sure.
long charge, I think.
He's actually not as far away as you think. So let's have a quick look here. He is just about 8 inches away.
Okay.
So, sorry, his arm fell off.
That's a sign.
Okay.
Okay, so 8 inches. That is a 5. Do you want to reroll?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7. Oh, he doesn't make it.
No.
So, no more charging. That finishes off Lee's turn in high fashion for me. We've got an explosion on that side with the Victor Warsuit. Failed charge on this side. Hasn't been the best of shooting phase either.
No, there's a lot of line of sight obscuring.
Yeah.
These corridors are really tough to get a good shot in. So
perfect. Okay, so
Hold
we'll
on,
count up
another
some,
time.
we'll count up some points and we'll go on to my turn 2 coming up next. Okay, on to turn 2. Movement now over. Wraiths obviously going in for the kill, moving straight up onto these lines, trying to make the most of that. And what else have we done? And obviously this Technomancer has given +1 attack to the Wraiths. And he brought one back and healed the other as well. What else has happened? Yeah, these have stayed put because obviously I can get line of sight onto the Redemptor, and that means that they go for the overpowered shots. He stayed put as well to get for the overpowered shots. Technomancer on this side has stayed put, with the control node, has stayed within 6 inches of all of them as well to still get the +1 to hit. These guys have moved up onto this side of the battlefield and will be doing my first rod for the game. And the Scarabs on this side have stayed put because they're in a good position. Now, we're going to go straight on to the Catan powers. I'm going to go for Adamantia Meteor first. So let's roll for that. That is 3 mortal wounds.
3 mortal wounds, alright. Nope, he takes 3.
And then we're going to go for the Gaze. So on 4-ups, he suffers 2d3 mortal wounds.
2d3.
So 1, 2, 3 wounds. Another 3.
He's taken 6 wounds.
6 wounds from the Catan already.
Good start.
Good start. Okay, with that said, let's go on to shooting coming up next. Okay, shooting time. I'm going to start with a Voltiac staff just because I always forget about it and it's a good intercessor killer. So I'm going to go into these intercessors here.
I'm using all flesh's weakness.
Okay.
So they'll have a 5+ feel no pain.
5+ feel no pain. Perfect. So hitting on 3s here and 6s become 2 extra hits on this gun, which is great. Strength 6. So 3's to wound. Okay, 1 is off. And then -2 damage to
5 saves.
5 saves, -2.
Save 1.
So 4 go through, and then 2 at a time, right?
So first one, kills 1.
Dead. 2
kills
dead.
another one.
3
Kills another
dead.
one.
And 1's
One
1 on my
lives.
play. So not the best of stratagems seen in play there. But look, 1 survived. Sorry, 2 survived, right?
Well, 3 have survived.
3 have survived.
3 have survived.
Yeah, but I've killed 3, right?
You killed.
Yeah, I've killed
'Cause
3.
it was 4.
Yeah, I've killed
Yeah,
3
it
and
was
1's on
So
one.
this one.
Okay. Next up, we've got this Doomstalker firing into this Redemptor. So, number of shots is 5. I'm happy with that.
Good start.
Good start. Here we go. Hitting on 3s. 4 go through. And wounding on 3s. 2 go through. I'm going to re-roll one of these. Cheeky re-roll. Into through. -5, so they go straight through. And damage is 5, becomes a 4, becomes a 3, and that becomes a 1. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds. You do have 9 remaining on
You
him.
have 9 remaining. Something special. Alright, I've saved 3.
You do pass 3. That's not bad.
He's lost 5.
So he's lost 5. Yeah, in
So far,
total. So 4 remaining on him. Now I've got his 2 rapid fire shots from him, hitting on 3s, wounding on 5s. 1 -1.
Same
Passes. Okay. We will move on to the other Doomstalkers. Both of them are actually firing at a -1 to hit because I didn't want to move because I want to go for the heavy shots. But they do get the -1 to hit because of the trees. So, first one.
Yep, right one.
Number of shots is again 5.
Again, yep.
Rolling
good.
hot, rolling hot.
That's what you want.
Okay, hitting on 4s. 2 hits. Rolls. And 3s to wound.
No
Oh,
wounds.
when you
Alright.
needed it the most.
Okay.
When I needed it the most. So now the other one is just one
One
shot. Hits
It's a
and
wound.
wounds.
Yep, damage.
Go straight through. Damage is 4, which
That's
becomes a 3.
No.
Okay.
He's down
and
to
then
4 wounds.
I'm going to do the 4 shots together from the rapid fire guns. That's all miss. And all miss as well. Okay, again, not the best from the Doomstalkers.
Both on 4 wounds,
both
though.
on 4 wounds. Okay, there's no more shooting. Actually, these guys could shoot. 3 of them could shoot. And I forgot to mention, Protocol of the Sudden Storm. I went for Directive 2, which meant that I can do an action and still fire with them.
Good.
So, 3 of them can fire.
At the Dreadnought, I guess.
At the Dreadnought, yeah, only thing that you could see.
-1.
So, -1 is hitting on that. And
Yes.
I get 2 extra hits for that. 6. 3 wounds, no minus.
That's 3 up.
2 go through.
Okay.
6s?
I'm going, that's the last shooting, so I'm going to spend
That's
a
the
CP.
last shooting, yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
And then,
6s.
kill no pain. I save it.
Wow, okay,
Right, there we
perfect
go.
CP being spent there. Down to
Lucky.
4 on the Redemptor. We'll catch you back for the charge. Okay, we're back. Charges. We're going to go with the Wraiths first. Anything but a 1/1. So they're in. So basically, I had charged, so I did say off camera. I will be charging this unit of 2 intercessors left and the Redemptor on 4. Now,
Good.
on the other side of the battlefield, we've got the Nightbringer charging the 4 wounded Redemptor. Now, you are going to Overwatch.
Overwatch and Optimal Repulsion Doctrines for
Okay.
1 CP, which
Okay.
gets me over hit on a 4-up.
Hits on 4-ups. Okay,
So
perfect.
it's all to him.
Yep. So, here we go. Let's
We'll
start
do
off.
Plasma Cannon.
Yep.
See if we can take these 3 wounds off. 2 shots.
Yeah.
1 hit.
1 hit, yep.
No wounds.
No wounds, obviously.
I could CP reroll that, but I think I'm going to need it.
Okay.
I'm just looking for 3 wounds here, to be
Yeah,
honest.
that's the max you can
So-
take out. But it's a different phase, so it's good
Yeah.
to do it now.
Gatling Cannon. Rerolling 1s.
Okay, that's not bad.
That's not bad. Strength 5.
Toughness
think-
7.
Yeah, 5
So,
wounds.
5 wounds.
-1.
Okay, so 4-ups. That's 2 wounds.
That's 2. Alright.
Looking for 1 more.
Grenade launchers. 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 hits. Rerolling 1s. 1 wound.
1 wound.
-1.
Passes.
Alright.
Anything
Necrons
else?
Rocket Pod.
Is this the last one?
Yeah. Does he have fly?
Yes. it does.
Actually, it doesn't matter. It's
Yeah, it's
Overwatch.
Overwatch. 2 hits.
2 hits. Strength 7.
So 4s. No wounds.
No wounds. Alright. I did 2.
Okay, so 1 left.
I could CP reroll that. Yeah, I'm going to CP reroll it.
Okay,
I need
so
to do
looking
that
for
3rd
4.
wound.
No, it is a 1.
I waited
So
too
he's
long.
out of CP now, and now for the all-important charge. So I needed a 7, right, Lee?
Need a 7.
Okay, here we go. That is an 11. Wow, he's in. Catch you
Very
back
good.
to the fight phase. Okay, on to the fight phase. We're going to start with this flank. We're going to do the Wraiths are going to go. 4 Wraiths are going to go into the Redemptor, and 2 Wraiths are going to go into the 2 intercessors left. So now, have you used SCP for disruption fields? Because this is another of the cool core stratagems that we can use now on things like Wraiths. So they become +1 strength, so they become strength 7. So they're wounding on 4s now.
Nice.
Hitting on 4s. Okay, this is where they miss. This is where you want they will be done. But these are misses, this is miss, this is miss. Okay. And these are all hits. Wounding on 4s. And that amount of hits. So, wounds, sorry. So 5 wounds at -2.
5 wounds. -2, so 5 ups. Saved
Okay,
1.
Saved, failed 4, so that's 8 damage.
-1. Duty tunnel.
Ah, sorry, yeah, that's very true.
I need a 6.
Okay,
I got a 6.
2 6s.
I got 2 6s.
So he's down to
Two wounds.
2 wounds remaining. And then we're going to do the other 5 into the last 2 intercessors. Okay, here we go. That is hitting on 4s,
3s.
and 3s. So 4 wounds at -2.
4 5 ups. 2 saves. Alright, so I've got 1. So Sergeant is killed.
Yep.
And the other one
Is
is
dead.
killed.
Okay, so 2 intercessors dead. The Redemptor on 2 wounds. Not what I wanted, but he's still on 2 wounds, so that's okay. Now I'm going to get some dice and I'll attack to the other side. Okay, going on to the Nightbringers. First unit he can kill. How many ones is the Redemptor got left? 4. Okay, so here we go. I'm hitting on 2s. All hits. That's a good start. I was telling you off camera that I was sure I'm going to roll 1. So watch me roll some 1s now. No! Okay, so these are -4. And these are damage d6 each. So yeah, there's no point in it. If you want to roll a couple and see if there's a miracle.
No,
oh, that's actually a
lot of
very good roll.
6s, but it's irrelevant because there's a lot of damage going through.
Yeah.
So does he explode? Please be nice. No. Shame.
Shame, because you did want to take some more wounds on this.
Would have been nice to get a couple more wounds on this guy.
Now, you do have your Redemptor alive on this side.
He is.
And he is on his middle bracket because you double the wounds characteristics for Iron Hands. Okay, so obviously going into the race.
He's going to punch you. 2 hits.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
And
2's to wound.
2 wounds. One knock to the other. So toughness, 2's to wound, right?
2 invulnerables.
2 invulnerables. So it's 4 ups, 1 passes. Yeah, I'll take that, I guess. Yeah, I'll take that. So I'll remove damage 3, right? D3 plus 3. So I'll remove 1, and that is the end of that, right?
Yeah.
That is the end of my turn. Let's count up some points and go on to turn 2. Iron Hands. Okay, we're back. Movement now over 1 CP spent, basically the one he got for free, to put the Contemptor Dreadnought onto the Devastator Doctrine.
Yep.
It's a specific Iron Hands one. What did
Methodical Firepower.
Methodical Firepower. Perfect. Yeah. And the rest have just moved up. So we've got the Redemptor falling back on this side. We've got these Intercessors applying pressure. Feirros himself going in for the smash into these Wraiths. And yeah, obviously this unit has to stay put on that objective, which is important.
Yep.
And then a bit of shuffling on this flank to get line of sight.
These guys stayed where they were.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to clean up some Wraiths with them.
Perfect.
The Dreadnought, this one's got a couple of options, so we'll see how we go.
Yeah, that one needs to perform well this turn.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, so with that said, let's go on to onto my secondaries, because I don't want to mention. Want to mention that I did get Stranglehold
for 3.
For 3.
And bring it down up to 6.
And bring it down up to 6 already. Perfect. Okay, so let's go into shooting. What's going to start that off?
We're going to do some light firepower. We're going to do these Intercessors against the Catan Shard.
Okay, trying to take those 3 wounds off.
We're in rapid fire range.
Yeah.
So we can do that with some Intercessors.
Okay.
That will help. We are rerolling 1s, but there's no 1s. He's toughness 7, right? So 5 is the wound. 1 wound.
1 wound.
-2, but you're involved.
1 goes through. Okay, so down to 6.
Okay, next unit behind.
Yeah,
the same thing as them.
Repeats.
Yeah.
Just roll here if you don't mind.
Sure. Rerolling 1s. And then 5s and 6s. Rerolling 1s. 1, 2, 3,
that's
4.
Good. 4.
5 wounds.
5 wounds. Because you
5
rerolled 1, right?
Yep.
No, so that is all his wounds gone in the shooting phase. He's now down to 4
left.
That's so it. Not bad at all.
Okay,
what else are we shooting?
Well, the only target this Contemptor has got for the moment is this guy, but we're going to start with the Eradicators, and we're going to shoot at your Wraiths.
Wraiths, okay, so Eradicators into the Wraiths. 6 shots. Are they the heavy ones?
They are the heavy ones.
And they haven't moved, right?
No.
Okay, perfect.
So 6 shots, we're hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s.
All hits.
We're wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s, because my Lieutenant's in range.
Okay. So what's that? 5?
5 wounds.
Okay, and anyone I miss here
is a killed Wraith.
Is a killed Wraith, because your minimum damage is
D6 plus 2.
D6 plus 2, right? And half range is D6 plus 4, isn't it? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Okay, so looking for 4 ups. Pass 3.
I'll take it.
I do have a CP, right?
Yes.
I'm actually going to re-roll another. Cheeky CP. No.
No.
So I'm out of CP. And 2 dead Wraiths.
You can roll to reanimate as well, if you like.
This one and this one for now. And let's see if I'm lucky with the reanimation. So, looking for 5 ups. Oh, nearly. Okay, so that's them dead.
Okay.
Perfect. What else have we got?
We're going to fire those Intercessors.
Yep,
We're going to fire your
into the Wraiths as well.
They're in rapid fire range, so might as well. 5 is the wound. Toughness 5?
Toughness 5, yes.
Toughness 5. That's 4 wounds.
4.
At -2.
Okay, so 4 ups. All passed.
Very good.
I did want that roll for my reanimation.
Those next intercessors will fire at them as well.
Okay,
Back in the trees.
they are in. We're going to say that they're in the cover,
Yeah.
so they don't have the -1 to hits.
Okay, fair enough. So hits, 1 to wound, only 1.
Just
Yeah.
4 up. Nope, that's the
One.
first one that goes through.
Right, Feirros will shoot at them now as well.
Yep.
So with the
quick,
Gibraltar.
2 here.
So that's 3 hits on Feirros.
Yep.
Strength 5, 2 wounds. Did I can kill another one? Yes, I
Yep.
killed another one.
One is dead. No rerolls here. So
I'll
that's
take that.
The third one. And does he have any more guns?
No. You
Okay,
can roll to
so I
reanimate.
can reroll for reanimate. 5 ups. No, that's another one slain. Okay.
All
What
right.
else have we got?
I need a moment to have a quick think and check some
Yeah,
line
no
of sight
problem.
and some range.
Okay.
So
Okay, we're back. Lee has decided to go with the Contemptor first into the Canaltech Doomstalker, which is already wounded.
see
So
if I
here
can
we go.
take one of them down.
Okay.
So we're hitting on 3s,
Looking for 3s.
rerolling 1s, and 6s to hit. Give me an extra shot. So actually all hit plus 2 extra shots.
Okay,
Not bad.
perfect. And strength is 6.
6.
My toughness is 6, so you're wounding on 4s.
4s, and I'm rerolling 1s to wound with the Lieutenant. Oops. So that wasn't that good.
No,
1,
that
2,
wasn't that
3,
good.
4,
1 mortal wound.
3, 4, 5, and 1 mortal wound.
And there's your 4. There's another 4 there in the corner.
Oh, so
Yeah.
6
So
and
6
1 mortal wound.
and 1 mortal wound. So mortal wounds are at the end anyway.
It's minus
So-
1 AP.
Okay, so -1 because you put him on the Devastator Doctrine.
Correct.
So 4 ups.
There we
Okay,
go.
so 2, 4, 6, 8 plus 1 mortal wound. That is him dead. Does he explode? No, he doesn't. I think they explode on 5s, but he didn't explode. So that's him dead. And what else have we got?
This
The last
Redemptor
Redemptor to finish off his shooting phase.
Yeah, we're going to fire at that big Triumph Stalker.
Into this one.
Yeah,
Okay, everything, right? Because it's the only thing you can see, right?
pretty much. I could see the Warriors as well, but I'm not sure if I'm in range of the Gatling Cannon.
Okay.
Are they 1 wound each, right?
Yes. They
So,
are.
in fact, I'm in range. So I'm going to fire the
Okay,
Gatling
now
Cannon at
you
them.
can't get the whole base,
No.
so you'll have a -1 to hit.
That's fine.
Okay.
No
So,
problem.
are we going to start with the heavy big guns
We'll
first?
do the Gatling, the Plasma Cannon
Plasma
first.
cannon first. Number of shots
Ah,
is 1.
I've
Do you
got
want to? You have no CP.
Oh, no CPs.
Okay,
it's a
so
hit.
hits.
It's
Doesn't
not a
wound.
wound.
Doesn't wound.
No, strength 9.
Okay, Icarus. Is he going? Is
Yeah.
Icarus going into him as well?
Yeah, because it's strength
Okay.
7. It's 3 shots.
So 3 hits.
3 hits. 2 wounds. 3 wounds, actually.
3 wounds.
Strength
Yeah,
7.
strength 7.
-1.
4 ups. No, 2, 4,
4,
6
6
wounds.
damage.
6 left on him. Okay.
Okay.
What else have we got?
The Gatling Cannon on the Immortals.
Right.
Warrior guys. Alright. And then 3's the wound, strength 5. Reroll the 1s. Alright, that is 4 wounds at -1.
4 wounds at -1. So 4 ups. 2 dead. Reanimation. Nope. So that is 2 immortals dead.
Very good.
Okay, and I think that finishes off your shooting.
That's
phase.
it. Yep.
Are
That's
you
it.
going to charge?
Yes.
Yes,
This time
I'm
I'm
gonna
hoping
charge.
for some.
Okay.
Much better
so
charges.
Let's go to charges then.
Yeah.
Who's charging first?
So we're going to charge this unit of intercessors into your Catan shard.
Okay, perfect. So let's do that.
I got 5. So they're just going to move.
See, they're in. Is
Yeah.
there anything else charging in?
Well, I'm going to charge that unit as well,
Okay.
because I might as well. I've got a 7, so they're in as well, so we're going to sort of pincer him
Pincer
there.
it. Okay.
We're going to charge.
I do have. I just want to
Yeah.
let you know that he does have a slash type of attack, which he gets 2 hits instead of 1.
That's fine.
That's fine. Okay.
I'm kind of
I've
hoping.
got 12 attacks basically.
12 attacks.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just go with the 1 unit, I think. Then.
Just 1.
Just
unit,
trying to
okay.
chip
I
off
just
those
want to let you know
wounds.
because obviously it's a lot of damage.
Yeah. My first time playing Necrons
Yeah.
post-fac.
Yeah.
In fact, my second time total playing Necrons.
Yeah.
so
You played Chris, right, as well?
I did.
Okay.
Well,
Chris, not our Chris.
A different
Club Chris.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to charge those rates.
Okay.
With the intercessors
And the
and
thing.
with Mr. Feirros.
Okay, so Feirros first.
Feirros first.
Can't fail, just double 1, and the intercessors can't fail. But let's roll for that.
Oh yeah, so let's roll for. So Feirros got a 9.
Yeah.
And the intercessors got a
So
10.
10. Perfect. I'll let Lee
Moving in.
move his models in. I will catch you back for the fight. Please. Okay, starting off, we've got the intercessors on the left flank going into the Nightbringer. Now, you can't kill him because he's down to 4 wounds, but you're going to try and think off his last 3, which is always good.
3's to hit. I'm rerolling once.
Rerolling once
because the captain
is still in range, yes. Okay. And wounding on 5s.
And the lieutenant is in range as well.
Yep, so you're still rerolling 1s.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. More than that. Yeah. Alright, only 3, it looks like. Yep.
Only 3 wounds.
That's all I can do, but with any luck,
it's good.
You'll fail them.
Yeah, I do still have. I'm going to check if I have an armor save. No, I still have a 4-up save anyway. So, looking for 4-ups.
Fingers crossed.
No, he loses a 1 wound, which is bad for you. Because now this means that he goes down to 3, but in his next turn he goes up to 4.
Yep,
so not good. You needed to take 2 off.
Not good.
For him to still be in the 3 wounds bracket. Okay, we're going to move on to these guys.
Yes.
Rinse and repeat.
Same thing. With no rerolls this time.
With no rerolls. Feirros doesn't give rerolls, right?
No.
Did he used to? No.
No, he gives them an invulnerable save.
Okay. But they nerfed him that he used to give 5 up to everybody, right?
It was everybody, then just infantry.
Unit,
yeah, then just infantry.
Okay. 5 to wounds?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds.
5 wounds. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, picked up an extra dice. No minus, right?
Well, no.
Okay. 3 ups. That's 1 goes through. I'm just going to check. You can do your rolls for Feirros if you want, whilst I check that they do have a 3-up save, but I'm quite sure they do. Yes, they do have a 3-up save. Okay, so Feirros next.
We're going to do, he's got 5 attacks, 6 gets a charged.
Okay.
So we'll do 5 of them with Harrow Hand, and 1 of them with a servo arm.
Okay.
So I blink the wound off, so we'll do Harrow Hand first. Not very good.
And strength?
Strength 7.
So 3 wounds.
3 wounds at -2.
4 ups.
Okay.
2 go through. So got 1. And what's the damage?
Damage 2.
And 1's down to 1 wound.
Yeah.
Okay, so I really need you to
Another
fail
servo
this or me pass it.
It's a hit.
That's a hit.
It's a wound.
Strength?
Strength. Oh, strength times 2.
No, so strength 8, so it doesn't wound.
No, it doesn't wound.
That's a good thing for me because that means that I can bring 1 back later on. So that's good. Okay, so shall I attack back quickly?
Yes,
So
just so that you know, I was going to pile in
onto him. Okay.
So you can't move and react.
Okay, so
it's within 3, right?
It's not within 6.
Oh, within 6.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll attack back. I'll go into the intercessors.
Sure.
So that is 4 hits and 4 wounds.
4 wounds.
I do have the extra attack. That's why I've done 4 attacks, by the way.
Sure.
-2.
-2. Alright, so save 2.
And
the first one.
1 saved.
1 saved.
And just about. Just 1 dead. Okay.
Right, so we'll kill him. So if it's within 6, I'm not going to attack him.
Yeah. Now I'm going to check the attacks because I know that the scythe attack for him, I just want to check if it's damage 2 or if it's just damage 1. If it's damage 1, I'll probably go with the big attacks anyway.
Sounds good.
Okay, we're back. Nightbringer's just going to go with his big slash attacks because I think it's better in general anyway. So here we go. Hitting on 2s, all hits. And wounding on 2s, all wounds. Now, these are d6 damage. I do need to roll, and you don't have your feel no pain because it ignores all basically feel no pains and everything like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's obviously that's 1, so that's 2 dead. So that's 1 dead. 2 dead, 3 dead, 4 dead, 5 dead.
Great.
So that's all of them dead. I obviously got a bit of a scare with that one roll of a 1, but that's that unit removed from play. That finishes off your turn, right?
Yep. That's
Perfect.
it.
Okay, so we're going to count up some points again. Check this rule because now that these told me that the 3 inches, I'm having in the back of my head if I'm right or wrong. So we'll check that and we'll go into my movement. Turn 3 for the Necrons. Movement now over. A lot of thinking behind the cameras, but I think I've got it as good as I can. But let's see how it goes. I don't know if this is going to be good, but I need it to be good for me to carry on.
I'm not feeling that confident.
Yeah. So for my protocol, I've gone for protocol of the Hungry Void, which basically in combat, I've gone for directed 1 in combat. Any 6s become an extra better AP. Same as I had for the shooting, but now in combat. So let's take you through the movement. The Wraiths have fallen back because they can do that and then basically come back. I was within 6 inches. not 3 like last edition, so I could bring a Wraith back. What else has happened? This one has stayed put to get into the big shots, and this one actually moved because I want to get further back onto this objective, but now is not within range of anything, but I think it's a good thing to actually not shoot but fall onto that objective. The Nightbringer has moved closer to the captain, just behind those obelisks, and then probably will have a cheeky charge onto that Redemptor. Okay, so with that said, let's start with the Catan power. So, Adamantium Meteor first, onto your captain. Is a 3. So, 3 mortal wounds onto him.
3 mortal.
Straight away.
So 3 Fearless Pains. He saves 1.
Saves 1. Okay, so 2 done. And then on 4-ups, it's D3s. Okay, so D3s, it's 2, 3, 4, 5 more mortal wounds. How many does he have left?
I need 3 6s.
3 6s.
No, he's dead.
No, he is dead.
That's it.
So a good use of the Catan power to kill that sniper in that character. Moving on to him now, we've got the Technomancer on this side, firing all of its shots into... I actually don't know if to go into him or try and plonk off the 2 last wounds on him. But he's -1 damage. No, we're going to go into them. So, hitting on 3s. H6 gives me an extra hit. We need 1 more dice from here with this relic. And that was 1 then. And strength 6, so 3 to wound. And there we go. 2, 4, 5 wounds. I'm liking this stuff. -2.
I saved 3 of them.
Save 3. Okay.
Yep.
Damage 2, so you do have your 6 up.
First one.
1 dead.
And second one.
2
are
dead.
killed.
Okay. 2 intercessors removed from there. We move on to the Doomstalker. The Doomstalker is going to fire and try and remove the last 2 wounds of this unkillable Redemptor on this side. Number of shots. 5. That's what I needed. I do have a CP. He's on 2.
You're going to dense, I think, this one?
Yes, I am going to dense. So I'm hitting on 4s because I'm hitting on normally on 3s with the upgrade on the other Technomancer. So 4s to hits. Just 1 hit.
That's helped a lot.
I'm just gonna go for it.
It's a 3.
It's a wound. Go straight through.
Worth it.
-5. So damage is I need more than a 3.
You need a 3 up.
3 up. It's a 5. So it does.
So I've got 5 dice. He's destroyed.
He's destroyed. Does he blow up?
No.
No, he doesn't. Okay, so that only shot going through has killed that Redemptor. We'll carry on shooting in a second. Okay, we're back onto the charge phase. No more shooting on anything. Nothing's in sadly in range. So we go onto this side. I'm going to go... the Technomancer is going to go and charge into these 2 intercessors. And he's in. The Wraiths are just going to go into Feirros. Because he can heroic intervene anyway, so there's no point in going into intercessors. So he's basically going to move here, and he's going to move there. And then lastly, we've got the Nightbringer charging into this Redemptor here, needing a 4, right, Lee?
4-inch charge.
4-inch charge. That is a 11. So he's going to move all the way around onto basically this side.
This corner.
There we go. So I can hunt down the other contempt on that side. Okay, let's count up some dice and we'll go into the fight phase. Okay, starting off, I'm actually going to go with the Nightbringer first, see what happens there. So here we go. I'm hitting on 2s. 1-1 here, but that's still okay. And wounding on 2s. Now I am going to re-roll this with my CP because these would go straight through. So all through and D6 damage. So that becomes a 3, that becomes a 1, that becomes a 2, not the best, and this becomes a 3. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so he still survives.
He's got 3 left.
Oh, didn't make it in, and the good thing is that for Lee, is that if he removes those 3, he'll kill him in shooting in the next turn.
Oh, I've got a chance.
I got a chance.
I'm still in this game.
Yeah. So we're going to go into the Wraiths next.
Yeah.
I'm going to go into Feirros. You don't have an ECP, so we can go straight in. And I did give the extra attack from him onto the Wraiths at the beginning of the command phase. So hitting on 4s. Not the best. This is where they lack. +1 to hit.
That's 5.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Alright. 1 is -3 and 1 is -2.
5 up
Saved
anyways.
Right?
Alright. Fails both.
Fail both.
Damage
2.
2.
Yeah.
So he's got a 5 up. Feel no pain as well.
Okay. He's got
saves-
5 ups.
Yeah, he's got 5 ups.
Perfect. Okay.
So he saves 2.
So just 2.
He's got 7, so he's down to Matt's hard 5.
5. Okay, not bad. And then I'm quickly going to check the stats on the Technomancer, and we'll catch you back in a second. Okay, shockingly, he does have 1 attack only. Here they go, 3s. Hits, +1 strength, so wound on 3s. And there's a wound, -2 damage to. Fails, but you do have your
feel
feel
no
pains.
pain.
No, so that is 1 killed, only the Intercessor left.
He's the sergeant.
Now,
right?
it's your time to strike back. Shall we
Strike
do the
back.
Shall we do the Intercessor first?
Yes, he's a
Okay.
sergeant. He's got 5 attacks
Yeah.
with his chainsword. So he's going to take a couple of wounds off you. Strength 4. I think 2 wounds. Toughness 4.
Toughness 4, yes.
Yeah, 2 wounds at -1.
Okay, so 4 ups, going to 5 ups.
Yeah.
That's 1 save.
Take that.
So he's down to 3 wounds left. Let's put the 3 wounds just before we forget. And then Feirros.
Feirros, again, 5 Harrow Hand attacks, and we'll do a servo arm as well.
Okay.
Why not?
And
Strength
toughness
7.
5.
2 wounds.
4 ups. No, damage 3, right?
Yep.
Okay.
No, damage 2. So 1
Damage
is
2.
killed,
1 is
and 1
killed.
takes 2 wounds.
No, 1. You need the 2 wounds to go through to kill 1.
Yeah, so 1 is left on 1 wound.
No, because you need the 2.
Oh, of course.
To kill 1.
And then the servo arm is damage 3.
Yep. This is what
Hits.
you want. It's a hit.
Oh,
Not a wound again.
Again.
Ah, that servo arm not calibrated properly.
Nope.
And lastly, we've got the Redemptor. He's down
Yeah.
to 3, so he's still on his middle bracket because it goes up to 6, being an iron hand.
Because Iron Hands.
So,
All right.
5 attacks.
So 4's to hit. We're not re-rolling any hits.
The captain's dead.
Nope. Just a
And
wound. It is a wound.
It is a wound. Okay. So,
If you could fail it, sir.
4 up. I'll try my best.
No.
No, it is a 6.
That's it.
Ah, there's a logo there. Shining bright on the camera. That finishes off the turn. We really needed to take off those 3 wounds from the Nightbringer there, but it wasn't the day-to-day. It hasn't been your day.
No.
You left him on that little wound on the start, and that's made it. You do need to go through that. If not, he just becomes a big pain on the battlefield. Okay, so on to turn 3 for the Iron Hands. Let's count up some points. Let's see where we stand, and we'll catch you back in a second. Just before we go on to Lee's turn 3, I just want to mention, forgot to mention it on camera, that these guys came on from tactical reserves and did engage all fronts for my second rod, getting me 4 points.
4 points.
Perfect. Okay, catch you back in a second. Movement over for the Iron Hands on this turn 3. Lee, take us through what's actually happened. A lot of shuffling about, right?
Yeah, there's not a lot left, so I've had to pull this Dreadnought out of combat because he's not going to do anything there.
Yeah, but you have gone for Overlord at least from 2 points.
Yeah,
in a
so
minute.
that'll give me some points at least.
Yeah.
I've had to shuffle the Lieutenant closer to do a heroic last wound chip off if I'm lucky. The Contemptor and the Eradicators have moved to get some line of sight on the Triarch Stalker and on the Nightbringer as well.
Okay.
These guys have moved on to this objective, so they've got a little bit of line of sight as well. They've stayed where they are because they have to.
Yeah, it's
hold the
very
objective
important
for now.
objective. Yeah, it's
And these
growing
guys have
those 5
stayed.
points.
They've stayed in combat over there.
Okay.
Hoping to. Feirros is hoping to redeem himself and kill that last Wraith,
Perfect.
so you can't reanimate him.
Okay, so with that said, let's go straight on to shooting.
Yes.
Because you do know what the targets are at least.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
So we're going to do the Eradicators onto the Triarch Stalker.
Okay, onto this stalker.
Yeah,
They just about clip
Going through dents.
the sides with the 3. Now they have moved, right?
Yes, they have moved.
And they're going through dents anyway.
But it's
as well,
only a
so-
-1.
Yeah, only a -1.
So
Okay.
they'll be hitting off course.
Yeah.
I'll come over here.
Okay.
And
No
that's
rerolls.
not bad.
Not bad. 3 to wound.
3 to wound.
That's 4 wounds.
4 wounds.
4 ups. 2 go through.
2 of 1.
So minimum of 2 damage.
He's wounded already.
Yeah. So
He's
dead.
destroyed.
Does he explode? No, he doesn't. That's a 4. They do explode on 5s. I have checked. So that's the first kill for you.
They have finally done something.
Yeah. Now probably the Contemptor wants to take off the last 3.
Yep, that's what we're going to go to
Okay.
next, if you don't mind.
So 16 shots.
4, 8, 12, 16.
Okay.
I haven't put him in Devastated Doctrine because I don't think I'll need it for just 3
you
wounds.
shouldn't, because I haven't got a save. It goes
No.
straight onto my invulnerables.
Hitting on 3s.
Okay, not bad.
Oh, his
Sixes?
3 6s
Yeah,
there,
3
so
sixes,
3
that's
extra
it.
shots.
Is it
Excellent.
3 extra shots and it's not auto hits?
No, 3 extra shots. It's pretty good on a gun like this.
Yeah.
Alright, that's 2 mortal wounds. and 1 in addition because he's not very good. Strength 6, toughness 5, right?
Yes.
Okay, so 2 mortal wounds.
Don't these give you additions?
No, that's with a stratagem.
Okay.
Which I haven't used this time.
Okay.
So 3 saves and 2 mortal wounds.
So 2 mortal wounds already, so I need to fail all these, which I do fail 1. I don't have any CP, right?
No.
Okay. So that's him down to 1 wound remaining now.
Down to 1.
That's what you wanted.
Yep.
That's all about the heroics from the lieutenant now.
We'll see
to try and blink off that last wound. Now, any more shooting?
I've got a bit of firepower here. Just these intercessors are going to fire at those.
Okay, and just to let you know, we did reanimation off camera.
Yeah.
For those of you asking on that last wraith, and it basically did. Have I reanimated anything? I don't think I have.
No.
So next up, intercessors going into those immortals there.
Just 5 shots because we moved. It is 3. It is 5 hits. 1 wound.
Toughness 4. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 wound.
I think that's toughness 5 actually.
Oh.
I think
So then possibly not. We can check and come back.
Check. Yeah. Anything else?
No, I think that's it for now.
Okay.
That's gonna do it. 1 pistol in combat over there.
Yes, let's do that before.
With the sergeant, he can hit and he can not wound.
Okay. I'm just
that's
checking the immortals really quickly. Toughness is 5. Yeah, it is 5.
Okay, no wounds.
Okay, so that is it, right?
Yes.
Shall we go into charges? We might as well,
Yes.
right? So the lieutenant is going to go in.
We're gonna charge the Nightbringer.
He's a 5. Heroically into. Imagine that. Imagine going into the Nightbringer.
He has no weapons on him, just the butt of his gun.
Smack him on the head.
Faith in the Emperor.
Okay, so let's count up some dice.
I think also because these guys now have got this objective here, I might charge these intercessors over there and get them up the board.
Okay, do you want to roll and then have a think about it if you want?
Yeah.
That's
9
6
inches.
and then 5 and 6 and 3. Okay,
So
perfect.
they're gonna move over there.
Okay, catch you back to the fight. Okay, we're back. 5 attacks, is it, Lee?
Yes,
5 attacks, and you're spending a CP.
Gene Road Might.
Yeah.
Because that toughness 7 is going to be tough.
Yes. So yeah, hoping for 6s here. 5
All right.
attacks.
Let's
Here
go,
we go.
Lieutenant. Keep me in this game.
No.
Not very good.
Okay,
It's
so
4 hits.
4 hits because you hit 2 on 2s, and now you're looking for those 5s.
2
2.
wounds.
Okay, 2 wounds. Let's do 1 at a time.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun. 4 up.
No.
It's a 6.
Come on. Come on.
Second one
Oh,
is a
come on.
4. He survives. That is going to be 1 dead lieutenant at the end of this phase.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the charging units of this intercessor squad.
Yeah. We've got a sergeant with a power fist, so we'll do him first.
Okay.
He gets a -1 to hit, so 4 attacks. Very good. No wounds.
Okay.
Awesome. Glad we did that. And then 3.
And then all the intercessors, yeah.
Another 1. All right. And then 2 wounds. 4s, right? Or it's
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah.
I'm just going to roll these really quickly. So,
No AP?
are you? Yeah, you're in the assault doctrine, right? It's turn
No.
4.
It's turn 3.
It's turn 3, so you can
tactical
shoot.
attack.
So 1 wound.
1 wound.
Down to
Okay.
2.
That's fine.
And now I'll go with Feirros. Oh, sorry, I'll go into Feirros first.
Sure.
With the Wraith. So that's 2 hits.
3s.
No wounds. Okay. And now hopefully Feirros can finish him off this time.
Let's see if Feirros can do it. He hasn't been very good so far.
2s?
No, 3s.
Okay.
3s to wound. There you go.
Okay.
3 wounds.
4
That's
ups. That's him dead.
Finally
the Wraith is removed on play. And now you go with your... No, I go with my 1 attack. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. That's a wound. -2. Can he kill the last intercessor?
No.
Oh, he
saved it.
survived. So you do attack back with him.
Yes. I get 4 attacks with my chainsword. Die. 4 to wound. 1 wound and -1.
That's a pass.
Very good.
And then lastly, to finish off this turn, we've got the Nightbringer killing off the lieutenant.
That poor
And d6 damage. And that
He's
is
dead.
a very, very dead lieutenant.
Bye-bye.
Perfect. Okay, so no leaderships on your half.
Are you going to consolidate over there?
Do I need to? It's my turn anyway, so it doesn't really. You don't have any CP to Overwatch anyway.
No.
So there's no much point in doing that.
Feirros
Yeah.
is going to consolidate.
Let
in
Lee
there.
do a couple of movements here. We'll count up the points. You do get off a moment for 3 points.
Finally.
4 points, because you haven't failed a leadership. You haven't fallen back. No, you did
I
fall
did fall
back.
back, yes.
So you get 3 points because you're in the center of that redemptor. Okay, let's count up the points and we'll go on to turn. Okay, on to turn 4 now. Not a lot of movement. I was about to say not a lot of movement. Shuffling about. So he stayed put on this last objective here. The Canoptic Doomstalker has moved up to get line of sight onto those intercessors. Same as the units of Immortals, they've also moved up onto the fray. These Immortals advanced up onto this objective, and the Canoptic, the Technomancer has stayed put. And lastly, we're going to have these guys doing an extra rod on that one. Yeah. Okay, so straight onto, it's going to be quick. We're going to go straight onto the Catan powers. I'm going to get some dice here, and what I've done is the Nightbringer has stayed closer to this Redemptor, but still in a good range to charge into that Contemptor. So I'm going to try and blink off the last remaining wounds on the Redemptor. Okay, so Adamantium Meteor first is a 6. That is 3 plus D3, which is 6 wounds.
This is where you were going to get the 6. I could see it in my mind.
I knew it.
And it happened, and he is destroyed.
Does he explode? Because he is within 6 inches.
Yes!
He does explode.
Yes!
Which means...
On a 4, 5, or 6, he's
4,
destroyed.
5, or 6, because he's down to...
2 wounds.
Yeah, because you've put him up already, right?
Yes.
1. Okay.
Yeah.
So...
4, 5, or 6.
4, 5, or 6.
Which dice do I want? It's so stressful.
Watch, it's going to be a 1, obviously.
No!
Yes. The Nightbringer is destroyed. What a final stand from him. So let's move him off the table. That's a good thing. Look, that's a good thing.
Yep.
Okay, so next up, we're going to do the Doomstalker into these intercessors here. So it's D6 shots.
3. Just
3. Now, he did move, so he's going for the strength 8 shots. Hitting on 3 still. Wounding on 2s. I've got a 3 CP, right?
You've got 1 left.
I'm going to reroll this. Okay. So 3 go through?
2 up, 5 ups.
5 ups, yeah.
Oh, I got 2 6s.
Okay, so 1 goes through. D3 damage is 2. 6s? No, so that's 1 dead.
Is killed. And
then we've got the rapid fire guns on him as well. Fail both, and then we've got the 10 shots, 2, 4, 6. And 8, 10. Sorry about that. Getting some dice. These are hitting on 2s. And 6s are exploding.
That's a lot of 6s.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so good shooting. The first time the Immortals shoot, I believe.
Yep.
So this is good.
That's
okay,
great.
Wounding on 3s. Move these. These, so that all passes. Do you want to roll those?
I just rolled these.
No mines.
6s. 3s. 6s. My brain is scrambled. It's been a long day.
Okay, so 2 and 6s.
Same.
Oh, 1 wound.
1 wound
on that. Nothing I can do there. And
this is when we needed our luck to turn.
Yeah, I believe that is the end of my turn. We go straight into combat. You can attack first.
Feirros
piled into the Technomancer.
So we'll do all the attacks with Harrow Hand.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is he didn't charge this time, so I'll just do it again.
Hitting on 3s.
2 hits.
And 2 wounds.
-2.
-2, 5 ups. 1 goes through.
Damage 2.
Damage 2. Down to 1. Okay, is that all his attacks?
That's all of him done, yeah.
Okay, so 1 attack onto that. Did I kill that intercessor?
No, he's still alive.
I didn't kill him.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to him. Hits. Doesn't wound. And now he attacks back.
He's going to hit you. 2 hits. 2 wounds at -2 because we are now in assault doctrine.
Yep. Okay, so let me just check his save again. Still a 4 save. So how many did you do?
2.
2. That's him dead anyway.
Yay!
So Technomancer, you move from play as well, and that finishes off my turn 4.
Turn 4.
So yeah, let's count up some points, see where we stand.
Yes.
Because we're going to have a little check, see if Deacon is still in the game or not, and we'll catch you back in a second. Okay, we are back. We have decided to call it. Lee has the points on his phone. So at the end of my turn, I had how many points?
So you're on 76.
I'm on 76, and you were on
35.
35. So we have given you your 10 points for being on 3 objectives, not more than me. But after that, we have thought about the secondaries.
Yeah, it just didn't work.
Too far away.
Didn't
Even with your 15 points next turn, there's still not enough points to get in it. So we've decided to call it friendly fist pump there. I don't know what actually happened. I think going first again for the Necrons was very, very important.
You have a lot of weapons that went right through the armor.
Yes.
The Catan was incredible.
Yeah.
It just swept
Not
through
losing
the board.
those last plinks. But
There was
anyway,
nothing else I could have done.
yeah, let's talk about it all in the end of game conclusion coming right up. And there we have it, the end of the game, a win to the Necrons. Oh, it feels good. Feels good for the Necrons. Again,
for me,
it's not not for you. Again, it's not like it's not an army that I feel like I want to play constantly, but it's good to see them winning with the little changes from core, which I think this game has come into play quite a lot, especially with bringing back those Wraiths, which have been, apart from the Nightbringer, probably the unit of the match, I think.
I think so. They did a lot of damage on that side.
They scored me points. They got things into combat, obviously, at important times. But yeah, a good win. I'm happy with that. Don't think the list is as optimized as it can be at the moment with what we have, but I'm looking forward to changing that up a bit. But let's talk about the Iron Hands. Lee, let's first of all, we did mention it briefly at the beginning. You have been playing Drukhari a lot, and Drukhari are very good at the moment, even with the latest FAQ. Points increase, now we're moving on to Talos still again, and everything's still good. So what do you think, going back onto the Iron Hands?
Talk about it. It's a much slower army.
Yeah.
I mean, I used Iron Hands for a good year and a half on the trot. While I was using them, I was doing very well with them. This was prime Space Marine time.
Yes, prime
even after all the nerfs and things, the Iron Hands were still very strong.
Before all the new codexes, tough codexes came out, like Death Guards, Thousand Tons, Grey Knights, Drukhari, Admech, before that.
All of that. And you know, I had a very solid list that didn't change very much. My Dreadnoughts have always been in play. Intercessors, lots of Intercessors, lots of Dreadnoughts. That's the way that I like to run it. So having played Drukhari now for a while, and you know, you can make a lot of mistakes with Drukhari because they're so good. I don't.
And there's so many units as well.
I mean, I don't run Covens. I run exclusively Cabal with a little bit of Witches because you know the Razors are so good to have it. So it's a very fast army, lots of shooting. You can make mistakes. There's a lot of redundancy with different units. Iron Hands, there's so much firepower coming towards them, and they are very tough. But once the units start falling, you feel it. And that's what happened here. They fell very fast. I had a good luck on the first turn. When you only destroy one Invictor, and that was it.
The Doomstalkers have lacked a bit. The good thing is, like you say, those high AP weapons, -8, -5 on the Big Blast, just go straight through, which was great to see. Now, when I was a bit reluctant at the beginning when I was seeing the list, I was like, "Woof, this is still Iron Hands, a good player. You've got the Volkites, you've got the 3 Redemptors." But I think my list now, thinking about it, the Doomstalkers do really well against the Redemptors. The Nightbringer just goes for everything. No Fear No Pains, which is when you want them. When you want them the most. Is when you didn't have them because of him. He's been a beast. Again, a bit of luck again in not failing that last wound and him always being on the top bracket of 3. So needing 2 phases to actually kill him.
Couple of little moments there, I think.
That changed it.
Overall, I think he played really well. The army it just kind of steamrolled. I tried to withhold. I tried to remember what I used to do, which was sort of hold back and then very gradually move forward and just shoot everything in sight. But that didn't work here because he was just coming really quick. I think Stranglehold again was good and again, objective secured on the whole army is just so good. With the pre-move as well, which either you go defensively or go attacking. Things like the Doomstalkers where they can get into position to fire without moving to get the big shots, which I did on turn 1. Or get out of position of a strong Alpha Strike.
Exactly,
you know, which is what I was thinking. I thought if he can move anyways, there's nowhere that I can put my Redemptors where I get clear shots because he would just castle up.
And turn 1 was, thinking about it, really interesting because obviously I got first turn. If you went first turn, it was going to be very different because your Invictor Warsuits would be charging into turn 1. But I got first turn. I didn't do the damage I was supposed to, and then you removed a full unit of destroyers, which I say it again and again and again at 45 points each. now 50 maybe. I think it's 45 now. They're just too expensive. They just
quite
die.
sweet.
You know, they glow on them and they die. And now they're strength 6. They had a strat before where they could reroll to hit and to wound. Now they're just rerolling to wound.
Yeah, that was news to me.
It becomes a bit. I think they're still too expensive, but I just like to use them. The movability, which I had this turn, was good. But yeah, I think I played it as good as I could. Things like Scarabs have just been on an objective, scoring it with objectives secured. The Wraiths with objectives secured, moving up the field, taking that objective and then getting another further turn because of objectives secured is just very good. I think Necrons, I won't say they've gone up to top tier to compete with the top codexes like Drakari, but the core keyword is certainly a buff to them.
Yeah, for sure. And I think
much needed.
It's a good point as well. Movability, board control, moving quickly. That's really important now.
Yeah.
And Iron Hands, at least my configuration of Iron Hands doesn't quite have that. I might need some new models.
You need like the Vanguard veterans, which is a bit sad that you actually need a certain unit to actually start playing a bit better. But you need the moving. Marines still kill very, very well, but you need that board control. And apart from things like Vanguard veterans with the storm shields that have a bit of survivability, there's not much more that survives. You've got the land speeders. They move, they get grabbed in the first opening turns, but then they die. Outriders are still very expensive.
They are.
They're still very expensive.
And even with Iron Hands, you can't count on that feel no pain all the time.
Exactly. And just one little mention, Invicta Warsuits, they're good if you go first. If you don't go first...
But that's been the case every game I've ever played with Iron Hands.
And I actually think that it's actually worth the points to take that risk. Because when you go first, it changes everything so much.
Even if you go second, I put them here specifically to try and draw out some of the units so that I could get some line of sight. And that kind of worked because the destroyers came over here, and when they did that, I knew that I had a counter towards them. So I almost baited the Invictors. The fact that one survived is just bonus.
It's bonus,
you know, that's kind of how you play with them.
Perfect. So that's about the game. Now let's talk a bit about you, Lee. You made the Gib team.
Yes.
Just last week. Well, no, you made it maybe a month and a half ago, but we did the presentation just last week. So congratulations there. He's the fourth player to enter the Gibraltar team. I moved my captaincy to Shaggy just because I'm just very busy. So we're just 4 at the moment. Talk us a bit about that. Obviously, you will probably be the Drakari player in the team because from all of the guys, and thinking ahead of probably who we're going to put in or who's going to make it in, none of them actually play Drakari. Apart from me, and you're a better player in Drakari than me for sure. But now I'm going to ask you this question: If you were the Marine player, and obviously you have your Iron Hands, what would be on your painting desk next?
I think, like you said, veterans. You know, jump packs, storm shields.
Yeah, you need Blade Guard.
Blade Guard. I had 6 Blade Guard.
Okay, so that's not bad because in turn 1, me specifically in my experience, which I use 10 in my Blood Angels. You just advance them turn 1 because they don't have any shooting, so you move in advance, possible 12 inches, which is a good distance to do, and they have the survivability to get shot at next turn.
I mean, I own a lot of, my mountain of grey is crazy. The Iron Hands, I bought a lot of Iron Hands, but I haven't painted them.
Gravis, right?
I have a lot of Gravis, lots of Gravis units. I've got Blade Guard, I've got more Eradicators, more heavy intercessors. I didn't buy any Outriders. I've got 3 Gladiators as well.
That was a smart move.
Yeah.
That was a smart move.
I mean, I thought about it, but yeah, 3 Gladiators as well, just because I wanted to have the units. But I think the ones that I'm missing are, you know, the older ones, the Vanguards, the firstborn that I don't think to look at much when I'm making my Iron Hands army list, because it's not how it plays.
I know, it isn't. It isn't. So I think it's just been a good matchup for me, in the sense that I hadn't realized, but my high AP was really good against the Dreadnoughts. And it's funny because I was actually going to play Shaggy. This game was actually was matched to play Shaggy, but Shaggy couldn't make it last turn, which I was playing Imperial Guard, which again is a good matchup because my guns go straight through their tanks. But anyway, it was been nice to see you back in the studio. You haven't been in at least a year.
I know, before the plague.
Yeah, before the plague. So hopefully we'll see Lee more, especially we'll have some competitive tactical battle reports with the Gibraltar team very soon.
I'll bring some Drakari next time
nasty
as well and see how it goes. I've been trying to use the Iron Hands a bit more lately. That's all.
Anyway, thanks for tuning in. If you want more content, remember we do have SN Plus. You can click the join button and have more exclusive battle reports on a weekly basis, and at the same time you are supporting SN. So thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you back in the next one.